I got a bunch of...
All right, football fans, welcome to the BC High School Football Game of the Week here from O'Hagan Field in Vancouver, British Columbia. On the home of the Game of the Week, SportsCanada.TV, Jake Elliott and the quarterback with me today for a nice afternoon affair here from O'Hagan Field. Jay Prepchuk back on the broadcast. Jay.
Hey, let's have a good one today. This is how exciting is this? You got a beautiful day. You've got two great matchups. You got one of the longest running rivalries in not just football but high school sports altogether. So you know what, this is going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to working with you again.
Same, likewise, my friend. And I think I heard 63rd all-time Archbishop Bowl about to go down here between Vancouver College, who are 5-1, 7-1 overall on the season. Notre Dame 2-4 coming into this one, coming off a win last week over Carson Graham. But Vancouver College predicted number one team coming into the season, and I mean they're backing that up here. They're playing their best football of the year, but take all that, throw it out the window. Anytime Notre Dame, the Jugglers, and the Fighting Irish get after it here, it's going to be a good one.
Absolutely. You know, years ago I was fortunate to coach at Vancouver College, be the head coach with Paul Del Monte, and I still remember those games in the mid-'80s and how exciting it was for all the fans, all the parents, all these players. A lot of these players, you know what, this might be the last time the grade 12s, it is the last time that these grade 12s are going to be playing in this Archbishop Cup. So you know what, you really couldn't ask for a better setting, and you couldn't ask for a better matchup.
The Irish will wear their purples, gold helmets, gold pants. Notre Dame in the whites with the white helmets, blue numbers. There is the captains out at center and just about set to go. I know you got a bunch of trivia questions that you told me that you want to work into the broadcaster. You can probably make me sound pretty stupid here today if you want, but we'll put that out to the listeners as well. And if we can get some responses, some interaction during the broadcast here, so be it. Find us via Twitter. You can find me at PXP for Sports, or the quarterback Jay Prepchuk is at.
Probably Instagram is the best, just Jay Prepchuk, one word. A lot of you are already hooked up with me, so Instagram, you can text me. I know there are some games going on out there. We also want to hear some out-of-town scores. I know Handsworth is playing in Mount Doug today. Lots of great games today, but yes, a lot. Bruce Jagger, of course, the fine statistician and gentleman that creates a fantastic program. If you've ever seen the Vancouver College Fighting Irish program, that is created, and the mastermind is Bruce Jagger behind that. And first trivia question there, we'll throw out there right now. Let's go. Who is leading this series? And if you really knew your stuff, you would know how many wins and how many losses, and maybe there's a tie in there.
Okay, so the Archbishop Cup all-time series record here between Notre Dame, Vancouver College, Iowa 6, so 63 games. I want to say it's 32-30 and one tie in there for Vancouver College. Am I close?
Wow. Hey, you've been cheating.
No, that's a serious guess right there.
Come on, that is a
Did
pretty...
I nail it?
You're pretty close. You didn't nail it right on. You were pretty close. It's 33 wins for the Fighting Irish, 28 wins for Notre Dame,
and two ties,
and one tie. You know what? So I got to talk to Mr. Jagger here, just as I was saying how great he does with all the statistics and so on. We're adding up to...
I thought I heard 63, but
this is the 63rd.
Okay,
that's right.
So 62.
Yeah, so we added up to 62. So we got to get our math straight, too, to start off with. We're announcers. We're not mathematicians. Let's go. So there's your first trivia question. I want to know how many people out there got that question. Maybe you could have guessed that, yes, Vancouver College was leading the way.
Okay.
But
what we should do is probably ask these questions throughout the broadcast here, Jay. We'll give the listeners some time to chime in before I try and answer those as well, because that just takes the fun out of it. People don't want to participate.
Exactly. But, as we said, hey, a couple other fantastic matchups. I don't know who did the schedule, but BC High School football, way to go to get down to this last weekend with number one South Delta traveling to New West to play the Hyaks at 7:30 tonight. So, again, some high school football. If you're not at this game, try to get out to some games tonight. Lord Tweedsmuir at Burnaby Lakes against St. Thomas More. Lord Tweedsmuir number 4, St. Thomas More number 5, 7:30, Burnaby Lakes. Another great matchup.
And teams just about set to go here from O'Hagan Field. Welcome to the broadcast. Here we go. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line as the feet begin to stomp here in the stands. We're right amongst the crowd. Kick it off. Let's play some football. And the return on here from the 9-yard line. It's Batad who breaks one tackle. Up the middle he'll come and plows his way out towards the 27-yard line. And that's where the Juggler offense will come onto the field. And I don't know about you, Jay Prepchuk, but every year that I've done this, you circle this one on the calendar. We're right in the middle of the stands here at O'Hagan Field on the BC side of things. Notre Dame's got a huge contingent here as well, and I don't know if you're going to find a better atmosphere for high school football than right here.
I tell you what, Jake, we're not taking our shirts off like some of these young guys over here.
I've been working out a little bit, Jay, so we'll wait for halftime for that maybe. As a run on first down doesn't garner much. Actually lose a couple there, it looks like, for Dennis Moses.
And you're going to see Notre Dame coming out. You know, you always wonder what type of offense Dennis Kelly, the veteran coach of the Notre Dame Jugglers, what kind of offense is he going to run this week? He really changes it up. One week it's the wing tee, one week it's one back. I know that Todd Burnett told me earlier that they've really had a tough time preparing for all these multiple looks.
Well, they got a single back here for this 2nd and 11, and they'll hand off to Vincenzo Nardilli. He'll work his way out across the 35-yard line and pick up about 6. It'll be 3rd down and 5 to go here for Notre Dame.
And Nardulli is surely, he really carries the mail for the Notre Dame Jugglers this year. Over 1,000 yards, averaging 7 yards per carry. So, really look for him to get the football a lot in this game. And unfortunately, it looks like a little illegal motion by the Notre Dame Jugglers. And, that kind of thing is going to happen, Jake, early in a tense ball game like this. These kids are pretty wound up. They're pretty excited. And so offsides, little mistakes like that are going to happen, especially in the first part of this football game.
Yeah, and especially if they're working offense that, they've specially game planned for just this week. And all it takes is for one guy to jump a snap or miss his assignment and illegal formation. So back him up to the 23 here. Got to get out to the 40-yard line for a first down. Back into the shotgun goes Renzullo now with 4 receivers in. Takes the snap, 3-step drop, time in the pocket, delivers to the sideline for Moses, but he'll be well short. And he'll bring up 3rd down now. I believe that was a repeat there on 2nd down.
Yeah, Notre Dame comes out in their 2-back power set, and Dennis Kelly with a nice-looking shift there into an empty set, 3x2 receivers, and just a quick hitch pass out to the right-hand flat by Renzullo. Nice completion to start his passing game, but it does bring up a 3rd and 12 situation.
Yeah, they got the wrong down and distance on the scoreboard, but we know up here in the broadcast table, Jay Prepchuk, it is 3rd and 12. As the sun's shining bright, shadows across the field here with some tree cover. As Renzullo, the 3rd, takes the shotgun snap. Looks deep over the middle, fires. Got a man up the far sideline. That was Lucas Brown, but ball overthrown by about 3 yards. And it'll bring up 4th and long. Kick team out here for the Jugglers.
Once again, the Notre Dame Jugglers come out in their 2-back formation and shift to an empty set with a tight end, 2 receivers to the left-hand side, 3 receivers, including the tight end to the right. Vancouver College, with their experience of Mr. Ron Turner, the defensive coordinator, they made their adjustment. They made their shift. They knew exactly what Notre Dame was going to be doing in that case, and they adjusted to the play, looking for the deep pass that, of course, did happen, and incomplete pass. So, again, a good stop. Good series for the Vancouver College Fighting Irish, puts Notre Dame into a punting situation.
So standing back at his own 15-yard line to kick this one away is Joey Canova. And he'll take a good snap, got time, puts the leg into it. It's a low wobbler. It takes a bounce at the 40, back to the 34-yard line. Here's the return on for the Irish. And a huge block thrown. Springs the returner out to about the 47. And that's where the Irish will take the field for the first time here this afternoon. As the 5-1, 7-1 Irish, who have really just been so impressive over their last 4 straight shutouts for the Irish in their last 4 outings here, Jay.
Absolutely, and Todd Burnett, I had a good chat with him last night, and he told me that he had a lot of his players come back from injury. A couple of his defensive starters were injured early in September, and they've come back, and he feels that they've really grown as a team, both offensively and defensively. Unfortunately, another big penalty here, and both coaches, after talking to them in the last couple of days, both of them mentioned how important penalties are going to be in this football game, and it looks like a holding clipping on Vancouver College is going to send them back to their own 25-yard line to start their first drive of the ball game.
What was good field position, now decent here at the 25-yard line for Nevo, who stands in the shotgun. Out in motion is Finley. He's split wide to this near side. It's a handoff on a sweep. And a little stiff arm out on the edge and yanked out of bounds on a violent tackle there from Badad. As Jason Soriano just couldn't turn the corners. There's really one-on-one out there, and if Badad doesn't make that tackle, he might still be running, but a nice play on defense there from Notre Dame.
Absolutely. Soriano, one of the quickest, one of the best football players in the province of British Columbia, and Todd Burnett told me that they're going to try to get him the ball in many different ways, starting off on first down with the jet sweep. Great job by the Notre Dame defense to nullify that to a 2-yard loss.
They got Deshaun Johnson in the backfield. He'll step up in protection. Pass is incomplete as it was delivered low, intended for Bathello. And defense is coming out firing here for both teams to start this one. Now 3rd and 11 here for the Irish.
Yeah, exactly. And looks like both offenses just a little tight to start this ball game. Again, emotions running high. A very, very difficult situation for some of these young players that they know that, the stands are full. They know that a lot of people, a lot of alumni here, teachers watching this football game.
Well, you tell me as well, bring it up here after this 3rd down play. As Neville fakes the handoff, a little misdirection. It's Johnson now. As he'll scamper his way across the 30, but to check the spot here. He's going to be about 5 yards short. And I don't think you can risk it this early in the game with that down and distance to go. And I think the Irish will kick away. You tell me, this is a 2 o'clock kickoff. You're back in my day when I went to high school, Jay. We got out of school around 3. I don't know if they just opened up the classrooms and said, you got the rest of the day off here. Go watch some football. What happens on game day here at Van College?
Well, not too much, it looks like, as far as the classroom is concerned. But you know what? Hey, that's great support by the administration. Johnny Bavacqua, the principal of Vancouver College, he knows the importance of this game. He knows the importance of football in this school, and good on them to have this program and have this football game start at 2 o'clock. And let's just see if anybody leaves at 3 o'clock when the official bell rings.
Right, I got you. And I don't see why you would when you got one of the best football teams in the province here playing on their home field against their arch rival. As a high short kick will bounce down at the 40-yard line. And Notre Dame with their second possession here on offense with 8:45 to go in this first quarter on just an absolute banner day here from Vancouver College High School.
Yeah, just probably the best setting in all of high school football. Mind you, I know Farhan would probably argue that a little bit. Mercer Stadium is certainly a beautiful place as well.
Snap. Here's Renzullo. Handoff to Narduli. Runs into a roadblock, and he'll be driven backwards at the line of scrimmage. I'll see if they'll give him forward progress right to the original line there. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Again, the Fighting Irish defense up front, very difficult to run against this. Ron Turner, the very experienced defensive coordinator, he's done his homework. He does a great job preparing his football team, for a game, for any game, especially a game against the Notre Dame Jugglers.
Now the crowd's starting to cheer back and forth here. 2nd and 10 for the Jugglers. It's Narduli on the handoff. And just nowhere to go. Once again, that front 4 there for the Irish just stuffing the run right now.
They are pumped up, and I tell you, it is a very difficult environment for these Notre Dame Jugglers and very difficult to run the football. As I said before, Todd Burnett said that his defense is really, really improved over the last couple of weeks when they've got some players back from injury. Expecting a lot of different looks from the Notre Dame Jugglers, just stopping the off-tackle power play on that particular 2nd down and 10 situation.
Dimitri Grigg. Simon Smith in there making that last tackle. 3rd and 11 now for Notre Dame. Play action. Here's Renzullo. Fires deep and tipped and incomplete. Pretty good defense out there on the edge from Soriano, who breaks up that pass. And out comes the punt team for Notre Dame once again.
Exactly, and Notre Dame Jugglers on third and 11 there. Just a little bit of motion once again, shifting this time from an open formation back into their two-back formation. Little play action pass, but again, the Fighting Irish on third down and 11 are not going to bite on any play action or any run type action right now. And again, bringing up a long yardage situation for the Notre Dame Jugglers. Watch out for these dangerous returners, Jackson Finley.
Finley standing back deep. A sidewinding kick will bounce along the sideline. Going to roll out of bounds. Let's check the spot. Down around the 20-yard line.
An excellent kick by Notre Dame. I know that the special teams coordinator, Wayne Theobald for the Notre Dame Jugglers, is, he told me this week that he was very concerned about the speed of Vancouver College. And whenever you talk to any coaches that play against Vancouver College, the first word that comes to mind, the first word that always comes up is the speed of Vancouver College. Their defensive backs, their receivers, running backs, all have tremendous speed.
Well, I just want to say here before this next snap, Jay, if you're talking to the special teams coach before the game, you're doing your preparation. I love it.
Always ready.
Here's a handoff on first down. And not much. Running right for Soriano, maybe a yard.
Yeah, and as Todd Burnett said, we're going to try to get the ball into the hands of our playmaker, and certainly one of the most dangerous players in the province, as mentioned earlier. When you've got Jason Soriano, just a unbelievable average, both catching the football and running the football. His average running the football this year, according to BC High School Football website, 17.5 yards per carry. So great job by the Jugglers defense so far. Jordan Lieberman, the defensive coordinator for the Jugglers.
And then Deshaun Johnson over 8 yards per carry as well, as he's in the backfield right now and started his motion a little bit too early, and that'll draw a flag here on the Irish.
Yeah, exactly. The same situation. Offside, Vancouver College. They run a little bit of early motion, but it looked like one of the interior offensive linemen for Vancouver College jumped offside. So again, you can see the early game jitters, Jake, to start off this football game. Notre Dame with a procedure call, and also Vancouver College with a procedure call. Look at, you talk about experienced coaches. Look at the experience that we have out there as far as the referees are concerned. Wayne Steele, the veteran. We'll get through Ken McKinnon, the veteran, Dave Sullivan, one of the finest officiating crews that you're going to see anywhere. 2nd
and 15, here's the snap. Nevelt looks over, now looks deep, up the sideline, looking for brought it in to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 5, touchdown Irish!
Wow. Can you say Soriano? I tell you what, there it is. There's that speed that we talked about. What a fantastic throw out there. Just a simple go route down the left-hand sidelines. And boy, Alex put that ball right on the money. You know what? When he first threw that, and I took a look at Soriano, I said, there's no way this guy's going to catch this football. That was an overthrown football. And then all of a sudden, you just saw that great lightning speed by Soriano. And boy, what a dynamic, what an electrifying play for the Vancouver College Fighting Irish to score the first touchdown of this game.
About 75-yard hook up there from Neville to Soriano, and you're right, he stuck it in an extra gear to catch that ball, but what a throw it was from the Fighting Irish quarterback right up the sideline. Nobody was catching Soriano from behind as he brought it in around the 30-yard line, and then it was a foot race for the Major. Extra point is good, 7-0. Speaking of extra points here, Jay, looking and doing my preparation before this game, the kicker here, Cole, 2 for 2 from 40 to 49 yards and 23 for 25 on extra point attempts. This kid can kick the football, and that's not a thing that a lot of high school football teams can say. They got a good kicker here for the Irish.
Yeah, and he's only in grade 11. And again, for a head coach to talk to me about the game and the preparation and their opponent and so on, and talk about his own football team, he did mention the kicker, Kolb. And for a high school coach to mention their kicker specifically, that is something. So Jake, good on you, man. You're doing your homework too.
I'm not talking to special teams coaches, but I probably should be.
Let's see if he can boot one in the end zone here, because Todd said he has been regularly doing that. So again, the kicking game, as we all know, is going to be so important, especially when we start the playoffs next week.
From the 40-yard line, right in between the hash marks, and they pooch it. into a bit of a soft spot here. This is a live football, and the Irish are on top of it. What a play.
I tell you again, just like that fade route couldn't have been a better throw. That kick could not have been a better kick to recover. Just perfect trajectory, hit the Vancouver College Fighting Irish turf, just kind of had a little backspin like it was a little Titleist. Maybe I know it's a Bauden football, but it looked like a Titleist Pro V with the backward spin on it. And boy, I tell you.
Just like you out there at Northview on hole number 8.
Exactly, and I tell you, it's just exactly. And that was a planned play. Again, the talent of that kicker. Good job by Kolb.
Very well, and now the momentum clearly on the side of the purple and gold here as they'll take the ball at the 25-yard line. Neville going to look to throw on first down. Got a completion and bouncing forward for close to another first down was Jackson Finley on the reception.
And you know that Notre Dame coaches, Jordan Lieberman and the defensive coaches, told the Notre Dame jugglers, hey, corners, you got to back off a little bit. This Vancouver College team has so much team speed at all those receiver positions. You got to back off a little bit and give them all that underneath stuff. So nice job, nice catch to start off this drive after the turnover.
And it was a 10-yard gain. Give him a first down. Here's motion across the formation. Neville standing in the shotgun. Johnson behind him, and another flag here on the Irish for a false start up front. But going back to that kick, that onside kick there from Kolb, I mean, that bounce that it took at the 25-yard line could not have, that thing could literally go sideways out of bounds. It could go backwards. It just died on the turf, and the gunner came right down the field and pounces on top of it. There was nobody around within 3 yards for the jugglers.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic game planning and coaching by Vancouver College to do that, knowing the Notre Dame returners were going to play very deep to, accept the deep kickoffs.
Ball to the 19 here. Under center this time. Finley across. It's Johnson on the carry. He's got room out across the 10-yard line. As the Irish knocking on the door once again here.
Yeah, just an off-tackle kind of zone surge play that Vancouver College has been known to run, just right over the right-hand side of that offensive line, doing a great job of opening up the hole. And when you can gain 5-6 yards on first down, that brings up a good situation for you on second down.
The Johnson twins, you got Kashan at number 1 and Dishon at number 2. And this is Nevelt under center here for a 2nd and 6. It's Deshaun Johnson this time. He's down near the goal line, dragging tacklers with him, reaching for the goal line, no signal. And now they say touchdown, Van College.
Nice job by Vancouver College. Come out in an unbalanced formation. So what that means, they've got an extra offensive lineman on the left-hand side of the offense as well as a tight end. They did a great job because they came out and ran that play and snapped that ball on the first sound, so that the Notre Dame Notre Dame jugglers could not adjust to that. So again, great coaching, great job of running an unbalanced formation for Vancouver College, and putting another touchdown up on the board with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
It took me about 2 years to get my head around the fact that Notre Dame was not the Fighting Irish as well. I don't know how that all played out way back when, but
I know. How many times are we going to say it today? So we'll try to limit our mistakes as well, right? So again,
just like that, Jay. 14. Now, is it time for another trivia question?
There we go. We do have another trivia question. In the 1970s, 10 games in a decade, right? Notre Dame was dominant in the 1970s. So all you alumni out there, I don't see my phone buzzing here, but all you alumni out there, what was the record in the 1970s? Now, if you can answer that question, you really know your stuff. I will tell you Notre Dame was dominant, not to give you any hints.
No, that is a hint. That you just gave a hint.
Work with me, Jake. Work with me.
I'm not going to guess. I will wait. Get your answers in at JPrepChuck, at PXP for Sports. What was the record for the Notre Dame Jugglers in the 70s here in the Archbishop Cup? Another onside kick attempt. It takes the same bounce, and they got another. Are you kidding me? Here for the Vancouver Fighting Irish.
Boy, I tell you, Baden footballs have been very good to that Vancouver College special teams right now. Almost the exact same play, almost the exact same kick. You just couldn't place it any better than that right there. Let's see if Vancouver College comes back and throws the ball deep. Let's see if Todd's going to take a strike right here, up 14-0 already in this ball game.
Vancouver College Fighting Irish, pardon the pun here, Jay, but going for the jugular on the jugglers here early in this game.
Nice, nice.
A touchdown followed up by another touchdown off an onside kick. They recover a second onside kick and are down just outside the red zone here to the 25 on a run from Johnson on first down.
Same play as the touchdown there, Jake. Off unbalanced line to the left-hand side. An extra offensive lineman over there, as well as a tight end. First down, they just went over the left tackle again. Pounded out 6 yards. Another great gain. And you know that the Notre Dame defensive coaches talked to the players after that touchdown about adjusting to an unbalanced line.
Ball is on the 27. Got to get to the 23 for a first down as Neville will work under center here with two receivers, a tight end, and a running back in. And he'll draw play up the middle. Big hole. First down and more inside the 15.
Boy, I tell you, again, that Vancouver College, you could tell that offensive line is just, churning away up front, doing an excellent job of blocking, running right at that 4-4 defense of the Notre Dame Jugglers. Very tough to defend. Once you have just a straight-ahead power runner like that, excellent job, again, by Vancouver College and their offensive line.
And the depth as well, because they keep just bringing fresh legs in after play. As back to throw, Neville on an out pattern. Completion made to Finley. He'll make the turn up the sideline and a hit right on the boundary. But I think he's got enough for the first down as the stick's on the far side of the field here. And I think we're going to have a first and goal after that completion to Finley.
I think so. Just, again, a regular three-step drop, double tight, two wide receiver formation. Very, very difficult formation for a defense to cover. The safeties have to kind of honor those tight ends inside, so they can't spread out too far. So it's basically a one-on-one on the outside there, Jake, and that's exactly what Alex is taking advantage of on the hitch route.
And they didn't quite get the first down. It is second in inches here from the 5-yard line. And play action here is Neville rolling out, looking. Now he's going to tuck, he's going to run, he's going to score a third Vancouver College touchdown.
Boy, I tell you, just an excellent call by Todd Burnett on second and short yardage there. After pounding the ball, come out with a little play action, a little bootleg pass to the right-hand side, and an excellent job by Alex there to not throw the ball into coverage. He had two receivers, both on breakout routes, out-breaking routes. They were covered. Notre Dame did a nice job defensively of covering those two receivers. Alex did an excellent job of being patient, continuing to roll out, got the edge, and powered himself in for a touchdown again to put the Jugglers, put the Fighting Irish up by 3 touchdowns. Wow.
What a start here for Van College. 75-yard touchdown strike to Soriano, followed up by 2 just perfect onside kicks from Ben Kolb.
Exactly.
And short fields, 20-yard drive, 25-yard drive for the next 2 touchdowns. We're just watching the Vancouver Irish quarterback here, Jay, not looking too well as he comes to the sideline here on a bit of a limp and looking a little worse for wear.
Yeah, he did have to power himself in there, and as we know, Notre Dame is a very physical defense, and he did get hit fairly hard as he was crossing the goal line there. So, I know Alex. I've had an opportunity to coach him years ago, and he's a tough kid, and I'm sure he'll bounce back. Right now, the training staff for Vancouver College is taking a look at him, but it's going to take a lot for a kid like Alex to be taken out of this football game. So
I think he's going to be just fine. Maybe a little banged up, but if I know quarterbacks, he's not coming out of this game unless he's going off on a stretcher here. So.
Yeah. Okay, we see some adjustments here. So Wayne Theobald, again, the special teams coordinator for Notre Dame, has made some adjustments. They
can't do it 3 times in a row, can they?
Put a couple of jugglers. Well, we'll see if he kicks it deep this time. But now the return men have moved up a little bit as well. So
they do go for it again. Shorter this time. And what do we got?
An offside on.
Offside. So this will be Notre Dame football here. Or are they going to re-kick?
They'll re-kick this, yeah.
They can back him up and redo it.
Back it up to the 35. So, again, that's the experience of coaching. Todd Burdett, Ron Turner, Dave Benefield. I mean, look at the coaching staff. That Brian Chu, I see him out there, helping, coaching with the offensive line. Both of these. Anthony Finley is out there. Scott Vass, the training coach, the strength training coach for Vancouver College. You really couldn't ask for, again, two more experienced or veteran staffs than both of these football teams have.
Ball at the 35-yard line now here for Cole. He'll run into this one and he'll pound it deep. And he gets it over top of everybody, but this will be a procedure call as that one hooks left and out of bounds. And Notre Dame will get some good field position, but they're down 21 with 3:22 here to go in this first quarter.
Exactly. Just an ideal start, just the exact start that Vancouver College had in mind. And, of course, as you said, a first-place team like this or, a second-place team like this, Vancouver College ranked number 2 in the entire province. Boy, I tell you, you know what, they're it looks like Notre Dame is going to ask them to re-kick it again, another 5 yards back. Yeah, so you know what, they want to get the ball into their playmakers as well here. At this time, Notre Dame. Again, talking to Coach Theobald, Matthew Bedad, he's an excellent return man, and Coach Theobald said that he's very, very tough. He's got great speed. He's got excellent vision. So let's see if they can get the ball into number 8. Matthew Bedad's hands.
Ball back to the 30. Line drive up the middle of the field this time. Took it on a bounce. Moses bobbled it. Now we'll pick it up at the 23-yard line. Makes a couple of bodies miss. Moses up the middle. Oh, he got decked at the 37-yard line. I think the ball came loose and the Irish might have it.
Oh boy, let's see what the call is going to be on the field right here. Again, very experienced officials here. It looks like it's going to be Notre Dame football. Wayne Steele, long-time head official, signals Notre Dame ball. Notre Dame coming out of the huddle quickly. They want to get back on track. They want to get on track offensively. Down 21-0 to start this football game.
Ball at the 42-yard line. Just over 3 to go in this opening quarter. Renzullo on a hard count, almost got an offside call, but delivers a pass and then a stick right at the 45-yard line out there on the edge. And that shot hurt Batad, who gets up slowly.
Yeah, and I know that Dennis Kelly, again, the head coach and the offensive coordinator, is just telling his players right now, guys, listen, one play at a time here. Let's just take it easy. We don't have to get it all back at one time. Well-executed hitch route to the outside, bringing up a 2nd and 4 situation. 4
yards to go here from the right hash mark. Bunch formation for the Jugglers. Now they're going to spread it out. And Renzullo will drop back in the shotgun here. Empty backfield. Pressure off the edge. Step up in the pocket. Now going to scramble. He's got the first down as he lowered the pads and then got walloped again, but picks up enough for a first down and will move the sticks for the first time here for Notre Dame, and they needed that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they get it out of their quarterback here in Renzullo the third.
Absolutely. So Vancouver College, Ron Turner here electing to rush his 4 down linemen and just having his linebackers back off a little bit here. Defensive backs knowing that they just can't get beat deep to back up. Renzullo doing a good job of reading the defense, not seeing anything and running for a first down.
First down and 10, handoff up the middle. Lucas Brown gang tackled after a 4-yard gain. And that'll keep the clock moving here in this first quarter. 21-0 Vancouver Fighting Irish. Vancouver College Fighting Irish here in the Archbishop Cup for the 63rd time, Jay Prepchuk.
Boy, I tell you.
You've seen them all.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I've seen them all on tape. No, I tell you, it is exciting, that's for sure.
2nd and 8, give them 2 as they step forward progress. Here's Renzullo to throw. On the out, got Batad close to the marker as he's shoved out of bounds violently, but he'll be about 2 yards short of the marker.
Yeah, and Batad, the leading receiver for the Notre Dame Jugglers this year with over 300 yards in receptions. And again, Dennis Kelly, the offensive coordinator, head coach, is just going to pick away a little bit. He's going to run that curl route until Vancouver College stops it. So look for Vancouver College, maybe run a little bit of cover 2, bring the corner up in the flat, and try to stop that hitch route.
Shotgun snap, Renzullo to throw again. He's got Moses on a completion. I think that'll be good enough for a first down as a flag flies in the Irish backfield. I think this one might go against Van College. Most likely decline. This will be a first down for Notre Dame. Hold the phone here.
Looks like we got a legal man downfield by Notre Dame. So on a forward pass like that, the offensive linemen are not allowed to go downfield. The only time they can go downfield is like on a screen pass where the ball is caught and completed behind the line of scrimmage. So, again, interesting call. You don't see that happen very often in high school football. But, again, that's going to bring back and unfortunately nullify that nice play. But, again, Vancouver College just sitting back in their cover 3 defense and making sure that they don't let anything get behind them, and they're just going to give up some of those short curl routes.
It'll be third down and a long 7 here to go for the Jugglers as we approach the final 30 seconds of this opening quarter. Empty backfield once again for Notre Dame. Here's the snap to Renzillo. Throws quickly. Got a man open and Batat. He's got the first down to the 30-yard line, but another flag comes in at the 37. But I think Moses was clapping here, and this one might go against Van College.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting that, just a simple slant route to the wide receiver on the right-hand side, but Dad does a nice job. Good timing. Renzillo hits him right on his break, and a fine pickup for the Notre Dame Jugglers. Let's see what Wayne Steele has to say with the penalty flag.
I'll tell you what, we were like, I getting ready to come out here, like I packed the gloves, I packed the toque, an extra sweatshirt. We are like, you're joking about taking the shirt off here for the football game, Jay. I'm ready almost, man. What do you got here?
Exactly. We got the hand warmers.
Oh my God.
Ready to go. Well, you always got to be ready, right? Extra hats.
You're coaching on the sideline in Regina and Saskatoon from time to time. I don't blame you for having that.
Exactly. Yes, we are always ready.
How are the Thunderbirds doing? I saw you guys get your first win there in Regina a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, you know what? We finished strong. It didn't have a great start, but we finished strong, and unfortunately didn't make the playoffs. But a lot of young players coming back. And already excited about next season.
Well, that just means you're going to be available for more high school football with yours truly, Jay.
Let's do it.
I'm sorry about your Thunderbirds, but I'm quite happy about it as well. Renzillo on another slant to Batat, and he's got another, close to a first down. I think maybe a half yard short. But that play right there, Renzillo the third to Batat on that slant, that 7-yard, 8-yard slant seems to be working.
And I can tell you right now from experience, I had the good fortune of Dennis Kelly was actually my offensive coordinator in 1980 back at Simon Fraser University, and he was one of my one of the coaches that really taught me about reading defenses and playing the position of quarterback. And I know from experience firsthand that if Notre Dame runs a play and they're successful with it, they will continue to run the same play until Vancouver College stops it. So again,
why wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. That's
like pretty good logic to me.
Good, information. Good note for a lot of those young coaches out there. Keep it simple, right? If you're successful with a play, keep running it until a defense stops you. So
now you play at SFU, now coaching at UBC. I remember the days of the old Shrum Bowl, Jay Prepchuk. How many Shrum Bowls did you play in?
I played in 3 Shrum Bowls. So
record in those Shrum Bowls, Jay?
Record in those Shrum Bowls, 1 and 2.
Okay.
So, you know what? We just had the misfortune of playing against the 1982 UBC Thunderbirds, who had just won the Vanier Cup the year previous. Not to make excuses or anything like that, but that 1982 Thunderbird football team with Glenn Steele at the running back position was, I think, looked upon, and Coach Tracy does a lot of Pat Tracy does a lot of the archive work with the with UBC, and I think they determined that 1982 UBC football team was the greatest UBC football team ever. So we lost to them 19-6. That was my last collegiate game at Old Empire Stadium in the pouring rain, but we did win one in 1980. We got a big win, 33-3, and that one I know Coach Frank Smith was not too happy with the outcome of that game, but we did get one win, and
I know great memories. SFU playing in another league, another division. I still think they should go back and just flip-flop the rules each year. Do it.
They're trying.
They're trying.
Coach Ford and Coach Neal have talked about it extensively, and they're going to hopefully get something going next year.
Yeah, I don't know how you make it work, but make it work, because I miss that thing. And it was Batat who was helped off the field after making that first down catch. We'll keep an eye on number 8 in white as Lucas Brown takes it up the gut. And didn't get much once again. is I don't know if the matchup there on the offensive defensive line, the D for Vancouver College, the O line for Notre Dame, and I think the Irish just have the advantage there, and running may not be an option here for Notre Dame today. And they've had success throwing the football with that empty backfield look, as quarter number 1 is in the books here, and it was a good one for Van College. They put up 21-0 here against Notre Dame, but I kind of feel, well, they're gonna miss Batat if he can't get back in this game. But the passing game has started to kind of move here a little bit for Notre Dame, and I get the fact you want to keep a defense honest, continue to test them up the middle there, and it may pay off later in the game, but I think you got to go with what's working here and where your positive matchups are on the field.
Absolutely, and Dennis Kelly will find the weaknesses, he'll find the holes. So, if he has success running the ball, which they have, a little bit today, it's going to be the quick hitters, right? They're just going to have to hit it quick and, get in there and work between the tackles. But you're right. The passing game is definitely, going to be what Notre Dame's going to look at. And Carmen Rizzullo, the fine quarterback for the Notre Dame Jugglers, he has the capabilities of putting up big numbers. I know last week they had big numbers. I know last week they scored 54 points. And so there's no reason why, they can't put up some numbers. But again, this drive is crucial. They've got to come away with something on this drive to start the second quarter.
Well, they got themselves in good field position here. And they got themselves a first down and 10 from the 22-yard line as we begin second quarter play here on the BC High School Football Game of the Week on SportsCanada.TV. It's Jake Elliott and the quarterback, Jay Prepchuk, with you here from O'Hagan Field in Vancouver. Narduli on the first down carry. And he'll keep the legs moving here and pick up a good gain on first down.
Number 2, Vincenzo Narduli.
As Vincenzo Narduli picks up close to 7.
Yeah, and third in the league, and you can certainly see why. Vancouver College did a good job of, making contact right at the line of scrimmage, but Narduli showed his power, showed his strength, showed why he averages over 7 yards a carry this season, and did a nice job of picking up 7 yards on that particular play.
Renzillo the third will get the play from the sideline. As here come the Jugglers to the line of scrimmage. Narduli split to the left-hand side in the backfield. 3 receivers in there. Brown the up back. He'll try and block for Narduli, and there's nothing there. And he'll bring up third down as they stuff the run once again.
Yeah, and right now Notre Dame's in go zone here. They've got to go for it here on fourth down. They have no choice. So, with the loss of 2 yards in that particular play, bringing up 4th and 6, look for that hitch pass, look for that slant. But Vancouver College has made a little adjustment on the defensive secondary and started to bring the corners up and bump those wide receivers. So let's look for a slant pass from Renzillo.
And Batat back in the game. You may wonder why they're running on third down. I think because the notion that they were going on fourth was always going to be there. They empty the backfield once again. 4 receivers in here for Renzillo. Here comes pressure. Here's the throw into the end zone. Batat! No, he can't hang on, but a flag flies. Pass interference here against Keshawn Johnson is going to give a first and goal here for Notre Dame as Batat almost came down with it anyway.
Well, again, you couldn't ask for a better throw. Just a beautiful fade route. And Dennis Kelly with a great call. Could have possibly had a slant, possibly had a hook route initially called, and Vancouver College came up and bumped the wide receiver, Bata, and converted to a fade route. Excellent excellent throw, great coverage, and boy, that's the break that Notre Dame needed at this time to give them a first down on the Vancouver College 9-yard line.
I think an Irish defensive player missed an assignment out there on one of the interior linemen. Here's Renzillo on an out pattern for Brown, and that one sails incomplete.
Good call by Coach Kelly there, just clearing out the wide receiver. If the Vancouver College playing a little bit of man-to-man, the corners are staying with the wide receiver. So Coach sent the wide receivers on just straight vertical, straight go routes, inside receivers during a breakout. Unfortunately, Renzillo just couldn't get him the ball. But again, good call against that particular defense.
So they bring out Simon Smith, 6'4", 285, Jay Prepchuk, and bring in Aiden Tuma, who is 270, as they got some beef. on the defensive line. Here's the handoff to Nardili. Tries to make a cut. And 4 Vancouver College Fighting Irish defenders there to wrap up.
Yeah, great job by the linebacker, Matt Hogue, who leads the Vancouver College Fighting Irish defense with 39 tackles this year. And Notre Dame coming out with the same formation that Vancouver College had run in the first quarter, with an unbalanced look to their right-hand side with a tight end wingback. And Vancouver College did a nice job of adjusting to that. Again, Ron Turner, Dave Benefield, those defensive coaches for Vancouver College are well prepared.
Timeout, Jugglers here before this crucial third down play. 9:47 here to go, second quarter. We're back with the BC High School Football Game of the Week in 60 seconds. Stick around. All right, football fans, we're back out of the timeout here for Notre Dame. It's 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line as Renzullo empties it out once again. Nardili in the slot. Here's Renzullo to throw on a slant. Completion made down to the 2 as Batad takes another hard hit. He's been punished a couple of times, but hung in there to make that catch.
Yeah, and a great job by Renzullo, the quarterback, just hitting that slant pass. And a good read by Renzullo again there. Vancouver College blitzing a little bit, sending a couple of linebackers, so that opened up that slant route. And an excellent job by, it looks like it's not a catch. Yeah, we looked from here. But again, another 4th down situation here. Look for a little bootleg pass action here, getting Renzullo out of the pocket.
4th and goal from the 10. Got to get it into the end zone. And Renzullo will look to throw, and he throws it up, and it's another flag comes flying. A Fighting Irish sideline does not like this call, but I think this is going to be a free set of downs here for Notre Dame on another pass interference call.
Yeah, just a little play action pass. Renzullo with a slight roll to his right-hand side, trying to hit that tight end underneath. A little bit of throwback action, a very traditional play that Notre Dame likes to run. And again, a good call. The officials, again, we talked about the officials. Great officiating crew out here today, that experienced guys with Wayne Steele, Lee Caldwell, Ken McKinnon, Dave Sullivan, Torrey Davis, Kent Taylor. So a great group of referees, and they were right on that, and they made an excellent call. First down for Vancouver College.
Ball down at the 5-yard line here. Don't forget to check your DMs there, Jay Prepchuk. See if anyone's answered our trivia question. What was the Notre Dame Jugglers record in the Archbishop Cup in the 70s? In the 70s. Here's Renzullo under center with 2 in the backfield. Nardili will fake it. It's Brown up the middle and nothing there. Just nothing there.
Boy, I tell you, we talked about that earlier, and you know that Colin Dolinsky, middle linebacker there for Vancouver College, Matt Hogue, those guys are tough linebackers up front, and that's going to be very, very difficult for...
I'm sorry, Jay. I think that was a turnover. I thought that was a first down there for Notre Dame off the pass interference. They're saying that was 4th down in a turnover on downs, I believe.
Right. And you know what? In high school football, a pass interference call
not an
automatic first down. Right. I should have mentioned that earlier. But again, there's the big turnover. There's again, we talked about Notre Dame.
Well, I'm almost wondering whether Notre Dame ran that play call thinking that they had a first down. The yard marker on the chain gang was showing first down, I believe, and I would think that Dennis Kelly would know the rules much better than I would, but I wonder if that play call would have been different. Anyways, first down and 10 here for the Fighting Irish, and a completion from Nievelt to the far sideline.
Boy, that just shows you the confidence that Todd Burdett has
it's a long throw there for Mullen.
In Alex, exactly. Running a little play action pass on first down. Excellent call from down deep in their own goal line, but again, showing confidence in his quarterback, Alex, and it looks like Alex has come back and recovered from a little bit of an injury that he had on his touchdown, the third touchdown for Vancouver College today.
Gonna get out past the 15 for a first down here. They got about a long 2 to go. As the crowd chanting back and forth once again, Notre Dame will make a play on defense and drive Van College back a little bit, bring up a third and about 6.
Boy, I tell you, that Notre Dame defense is really, really fired up. You can't really blame them for, the last 2 touchdowns that Notre Dame put up on the board when they start the drives on Notre Dame's 25-yard line and 28-yard line, respectively, right?
Well, you could almost say that 2 special teams plays have been the 2 biggest plays of this game so far. 2 recovered onside kicks.
Yeah, and the long pass.
Here's the third down. They'll run it. And I don't think they got enough, or did they? Yes, they did. It's kind of a counter trap up through the middle off of left guard. Picks up about 7 and good enough for a Van College first down.
Yeah, excellent job again by the running back doing, a little bit of second effort. Notre Dame had him at the point of attack, had him right at the line of scrimmage, but a good job of, continuing to drive his legs and pick up that first down for Vancouver College.
It might have been Shen Carroll on the carry, his first of the game. He'll block on this play. Out pass is complete across the 20. As that's Mullen again on the reception.
Yeah, Vancouver College coming out in a 2-by-2 formation. Wide receivers slanting the inside guys, just running a quick push route. Alex does a nice job of reading the outside linebacker and hitting the flat route and picking up 3 yards.
Second and, they're going to say 8. I'll go with that here. And now we got a whistle down. With 7:12 here to go in this second quarter. Timeout, Jugglers. We'll take a quick one as well. We're back to O'Hagan Field here on SportsCanada.TV on 60. All right, football fans, back here for a 2nd and 8 here for the Irish from their own 20-yard line. New quarterback in there as well. It's a handoff up the middle. Yeah, Soriano taking the snap there, Jay.
Yeah, we did watch Vancouver College play against Carson Graham this year a few weeks ago, and they did run Soriano with some quarterback and a little bit of what we call wildcat, where you have a running back kind of receiver type in there at the quarterback position. Adds an entirely new dimension to the Vancouver College defense or offense.
Who's the first guy to implement the wildcat?
Oh boy, there's a good question.
Another trivia question.
Maybe somebody else should give us that answer. Exactly.
It was the Miami Dolphins for some reason. Here's Soriano on an option rate. Deshaun Johnson on the pitch. He'll lose a couple as the Notre Dame defense stacks that one up. As the sun begins to poke through once again here on O'Hagan Field.
Yeah, and as Todd Burdett told me earlier, he did mention that they're going to try to get the ball in Soriano's hands as many times as they can and in different looks. They've already got him the ball, obviously, on the deep touchdown pass. They've got him the ball on a jet sweep. And, of course, now at the quarterback position, running the option. Notre Dame doing a great job. Jordan Lieberman was prepared for the option play. He's prepared for Soriano playing some quarterback.
Here's a snap and handoff again, slashing for about 4. and will be well short of the line to gain. Jay, answer to the trivia question coming in, I believe.
We do, and an Instagram message coming in from Alfred Dela Cruz. Thank you, Alfred, with this information. It's a Vancouver College alumni, but he knew that Notre Dame, 8 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie in the 70s. So Notre Dame,
is that
8
correct?
wins. That is correct.
Okay, so
Alfred,
he gets like a Jay Prepchuk quarterback hat or something, right?
Exactly. So congratulations, Alfred, on that. And again, it might be tough to type that answer out and give that answer to us, especially since you are a Vancouver College alumni. But we can remember back to the 1970s. I mean, I can kind of barely remember, but I've heard many stories, of course, of the powerhouse Notre Dame jugglers that had so many fantastic teams. That would be, again, another question that I don't know the answer to, but I know that in the 70s, Notre Dame won quite a few BC high school championships.
What were you doing in the 70s, Jay? Cruising up down the Granville Strip?
No, hey, I was hanging out at
platform shoes and bell-bottom pants.
I was hanging out with Austin Powers. I was going back to those days. No, you know what? I was hanging out at Old Handsworth Royal Country there, hanging out at, always involved in sports, basketball, football, of course, hockey, and keeping busy and trying to keep out of trouble. Didn't always work out that way, but the good old 70s, Notre Dame jugglers, certainly.
It was pretty tough to get into trouble in the 70s, Jay.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay. Fair enough. 3rd and 5, and a tuck here for Soriano. He's got the first down on a second effort dive out to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, and there's the play that we talked about out of that Wildcat formation with Soriano taking the snap from the quarterback position, just faking the off-tackle play to the right-hand side and running off left tackle himself, and just such a great burst of speed. And he's coming out now. We're going to put Alex back in and go to more of a traditional offense for Vancouver College. But that's exactly what Todd wants to do on offense, is get Soriano in there and get him some touches from that quarterback position, picking up the first down.
1st and 10 here, and Neville to throw. He's got a completion, another first down. Dragging tacklers into Notre Dame territory down to the 45.
Yeah, and there's your regular hitch pass. It looks like it's just the traditional 5-yard hook route that Vancouver College is going to continue to run against this cover 3 defense that Notre Dame employs, and see if they can just continue to pick away. As we said with Dennis Kelly, they're going to continue to run the same plays that have been successful. And again, look for them to come back to that hook route again.
Vithusson Vignaraja on the completion check. First down, here's Deshaun Johnson following blocker, springs it to the outside, down the sideline. Johnson knocked down. Let's check the spot here. He's got a first down for sure, as they'll put it on the 20. As Deshaun Johnson, very patient run there. The hole that I think he was supposed to hit wasn't there, and then bounced it to the outside and showed off that speed.
Exactly, a little bit like Le'Veon Bell. What's our Le'Veon Bell. There you go. And of course, with the New York Jets now, right? Anyways, great patience by Johnson. Nothing there. Notre Dame doing a good job of plugging up that right-hand off-tackle gap. Good job to bounce it outside for a big 25-yard gain.
1st and 10 from the 20. As Devo will go under center, and it's handoff up the middle. Not much.
Looks like
Nardulian on the tackle.
Yeah, boy, he's probably going to be a tired boy after these games. When I was doing my preparation and looking at the offensive stats and seeing, of course, Narduli and all the carries he has, over 1,000 yards, but also he's their leading tackler on defense with 45 tackles from the middle linebacker position. So I tell you, Narduli, one tough kid for the Notre Dame jugglers.
2nd and 6. Nevelt the handoff once again. Spin move and a good one. That'll pick up another First down for Shinkarol and the Vancouver College Fighting Irish.
Yeah, nice job by Shinkarol of getting that ball off right tackle. So Todd Burnett, the Vancouver College, come out in a trips formation. So 3 receivers to the right-hand side. And what Notre Dame did was they put a corner out there, a safety, outside linebacker, moved him out. So that kind of opened up that off-tackle zone play for Vancouver College. Excellent call. Right over that right tackle, and nice job by the offensive lineman of Vancouver College. Again, when you've got a coach like Brian Chu coaching that offensive line, boy, I tell you, you know what? They've got one of the best coaches out there, and they certainly are showing it today with an excellent job of drive blocking the Notre Dame juggler defense.
I think it's Batad who's down once again here, Jay.
Yeah.
And this could be a massive loss here for Notre Dame if their best wide receiver and one of their best defenders unable to go. It's actually 2 Notre Dame players down is Ian Martin, or Marin, excuse me, the other player who's back to his feet now, but he's going to need attention and help getting off the field. And I think it might have been 2 jugglers that collided to cause that injury.
Boy, hey, let's take a look at some of the games that are upcoming today. And boy, we talked earlier about what a fantastic schedule it is today. It's going to be a great night, a little bit cold, of course, but you can take your candy out that you got last night and take your mask off and get out there.
I dared you to wear your football mask. Didn't follow through on that.
How do you know?
Chicken.
were you checking up on me, or?
No, I dared you on Twitter to wear that to the game today.
Maybe next year there, Jake. Anyways, okay, St. Thomas More, number 5 in AAA, is hosting Lord Tweedsmuir, 7:30 at Burnaby Lakes. Number 1, the South Delta Sun Devils, led by quarterback Ben McDonald.
No, Jay Prepchuk, injured collarbone, done for the year, Ben McDonald.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Howie
really?
Smith, varsityletters.ca. I know you're busy talking to special teams coaches. I'm reading the goods on the website by the best of the business, Howie Samura. Ben McDonald suffering a season-ending collarbone injury a couple of weeks ago. Done.
Wow. Well,
big time loss. Best quarterback in the province.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that they've got some great skill players there, and I have an idea who their quarterback might be. I'm not going to say it, but I know that they still have tremendous weapons, and so they are visiting Farhan Lalji.
It's going to be a good game.
Andrew McKechnie and the New Westminster Hyaks tonight, 7:30 out in New West. So, again, a couple of great ball games. Maybe go to a half at one game and go to a half at the other. Tomorrow, Kelowna, the Owls, are playing at Seaquam. So if you can get to North Delta for a 1:30 kickoff, Kelowna at Seaquam tomorrow.
This is a 1st and 9 as we're about to get back underway here. 1st and goal, and Shinkarol up the gut. Plows his way for about 4, being shoved from behind by his offensive line. And Evo wants to line up quickly and go here and not allow Notre Dame for any substitutions. As a look to his left as he'll walk up under center. 3 receivers in there, 1 in the backfield at Shinkarol. Has a Burke over his shoulder for his running back, and he'll hand it off to him running left. And Shinkarol to the goal line. Touchdown, Van College.
Yeah, and it looks like on that particular play, Todd Burnett gave his quarterback, Alex, an opportunity to read that Notre Dame defense and see exactly where the hole was and where the bubble was, where maybe the weakness was on that defense. And Alex did a great job of selecting to run over the left tackle, the left-hand side of that Vancouver College Fighting Irish offense. And there you go, another touchdown. So again, 4th touchdown of the football game. Narduli did a good job of getting to the ball carrier, but just carried him across the goal line for, again, 4th touchdown for Vancouver College.
So make it 27-0 now, Van College, as they look to improve their record to 6-1 here in conference play. As Kolb out for the extra point, who is now 26 of 28, make it 27 of 29 on extra points this season. As he bangs another one through here with 2:21 to go in this opening half. 28-0 Van College here on their home field. Looking to pad their all-time lead here in the Archbishop Cup. I think it's time for another trivia question, Jay Prepchuk.
Well, let's take a look at Bruce Jagger's information that he sent me today. So let's see. Since 2000, Vancouver College is leading this series, but what is the record? 19 games. 19
games
since 2000. What is the record for Vancouver College? So we've got our phone boards are starting to light up here. Let's see if we can.
We'll take the 6 caller through. No, at Jay Prepchuk on Instagram, at PXP for Sports on either the IG or Twitter for yours truly. Record for Van College in the Archbishop Cup in the last 19 years. I'm going to say they have a winning record because you're asking me what the Van College record is as opposed to what the Notre Dame record is. So there's a little hint for me that Van College is leading that series here in the last 19 years.
Exactly, and I will say that they have quite the lead in this category.
All right, deep kick down to the 1. This is Moses on the return. Still Moses dancing around as he'll get out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. So a decisive margin for Van College in the last 19 years. You tell me what it is.
Boy, are we going?
No. I don't want the answer now. I'm talking to the fans now, Jay. Talking to the fans out there. The listeners.
Give them a chance to get on their phones and text me or send me, Twitter or
I'm telling you,
anything but Snapchat. Not on Snapchat.
We got to put it. We got to get like prizes on the line here because that'll give the fans the incentive. Maybe they can just give him an autograph or something, Jay Prepchuk.
How about lunch with Jake Elliott?
A free
lunch with Jake Elliott.
A free quarterback session at the Jay Prepchuk quarterback camp.
That's pushing it.
Okay, that's expensive. High throw for Moses, incomplete. And Renzulo, after that play, grabbing his throwing arm there. And I don't know if he got hit or whether he just felt something pop or what just happened there. But I think he's going to stay in the game as he comes to the sideline for the play call, but definitely grabbing for his right arm there, it looks like.
Yeah, Carmelo had an injury earlier in the season, and he's just come back a couple weeks into it, and again, you
wonder if he just went to his coach and said, I need a running play here because I can't throw it.
Possibly, that's possible. And let's see if Bedad is back out there, because again, that's going to be an interesting situation. I see a couple of players on the Notre Dame
I don't see him
sidelines,
and it is a running play here for Moses. Look out, protecting the football as he'll get close to 5. Not coming on second down. Make it 3rd down and 5 to go with the clock moving. Under 2 minutes to play in this opening half.
Kind of a little inside trap there by Notre Dame, and doesn't fool Colin McKellar, the middle linebacker, grade 11 linebacker for Vancouver College. Good job there by McKellar to stay home and not go with that fake to his right-hand side and make the play and nullify that gain only 4 yards.
I'll say 4. Make it 3rd and 6 here. Down to 90 seconds to go. And then Notre Dame kind of in that fine line. Do they want to give the football back or do they want to go for it here? 1-on-1 out on the edge. And did Moses get underneath it? He didn't. It's incomplete. And now the Jugglers will have to kick the football away and give some more time here. And I guess if they run that football, Van College is probably calling timeout anyway and stopping the clock. So you might as well take a shot downfield. But there's going to be 81. Well, probably by the time that this punt happens, probably just over a minute to go for the Irish to try and manufacture a drive.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't believe that I don't think Vancouver College has used a timeout yet.
No, they have. Still 3 showing on the board.
They've got 3 timeouts left. So the return men sitting at the standing at their own 45-yard line, and they're going to have good field position here.
They got Finley back deep, along with Tim Choi as well. It'll be Choi on his own 43, a speedster. Hard hit, gets across the 50, down into the 48. So 48 yards to go, 79 seconds for the Irish here to try and pad to their 28-0 lead.
And one other advantage that Vancouver College has here is I believe that they're going to be receiving the opening kickoff to start the second half, because they did kick off to Notre Dame to start this football game. So, you know what? This could really be a huge swing if they can score here.
I'll take it at the 49, right on the college logo here at O'Hagan Field. And Neville back to throw. Sets up a screen to Deshaun Johnson. Patiently finds the hole. Johnson springs it to the outside. And now cuts it back into the middle of the field. A flag comes down, and Johnson goes down around the 17-yard line. But let's check the penalty here. I think we might get a hold out on the edge.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're going to see, Jake. You're going to see a holding call here against Vancouver College. And, geez, that's just a great call. When you have, only a minute left in a half, that defense is going to really be coming hard, anticipating pass. So good call to run a little screen action on that play. But unfortunately for Vancouver College, it's going to be coming back from the point of the foul. So they're still going to have good field position.
Still be a first down.
Still lots of time left, and still 3 timeouts left for Vancouver College.
But they take away about 17 yards off that screen pass run there from Deshaun Johnson. 1st and 10, however, here from the 32, right hash mark for Nevelt under center. Johnson is the man in the backfield, but it's a jet sweep from the wide receiver, trying to turn the corner, and gets across the 20 down to the 19, as they've run that play a couple of times, and that might have been their most success. Running it there from Jaden Chong.
Yeah, excellent job by the wide receivers of Vancouver College to maintain those blocks. When you run a jet sweep, the most important block is that edge block, and Vancouver College did an excellent job of blocking the contained man.
Another first down here, just 20 seconds to go in the half. They're going to take a shot in the end zone. Not this time. It's Johnson, and he's stopped right near the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, Vancouver College coming back to the play that they ran a few plays ago with the trips formation to the right-hand side, and with the outside linebacker walked out. Defense is shifted over to the trip side. They thought they could
and here comes some yardage. Sorry, Jay, and here I was wondering what they were going to do here, and it's no surprise that they'll run this clock down to 3 seconds, and Todd Burnett will call timeout and bring out his star kicker here, and Ben Kolb, to try and pad the lead here at the end of the half.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a 37-yard field goal, so let's see if Kolb can hit this kick, and you know that Notre Dame is probably going to come out with a block formation or a block defense. Jordan Lieberman is in there right now talking to his players, making sure that they are covering all the gaps. Is very, very unlikely that Vancouver College would fake it here, but let's also see if Notre Dame tries to maybe call a timeout on their own and ice the kicker here.
It's actually a 27-yard field goal there. No, excuse me, you're right. 37 as the uprights in the back of the end zone here. So Kolb spots it down on the, let's call it 36 here, Jay. On the 36-yard line, in between the hash marks here for Kolb. This will be the final play of the half. 2 for 2 between 40 and 49 yards. This one from 36, up and plenty of leg. And good.
Boy, I tell you, he reminds me a lot of a kicker that I had here when I was coaching in the mid-'80s, and Sean Fleming, who, of course, went down to Wyoming on a football scholarship and had a fantastic career for which CFL team? There's another Vancouver College trivia. What CFL team did Sean Fleming play for? Number 88 for the Vancouver College Fighting Irish.
I think I know the answer to that.
The late 80s.
I know the answer.
It was only, there's 9, well, was there 8? There were 9 teams at the time, that's right.
You eliminate Rough Riders at the time. Those are 2 teams as well. All right, 15 minutes up on the clock here. Halftime from O'Hagan Field. The home team, the Fighting Irish of Vancouver College, lead the Jugglers of Notre Dame 31-0. We'll have the second half for you here on SportsCanada.TV when we return to the BC High School Football Game of the Week right after this. All right, football fans, welcome back. About to start the second half here from O'Hagan Field in Vancouver. Kick it off. Let's play some football as the Irish will accept the opening kick of the second half. Jake Elliott, Jay Prepchuk with you. 31-0 Fighting Irish after 24 minutes of play here, Jay. And I don't know, I think their kicker might be the star of the game here so far.
Well, just about, and I tell you, it's just unfortunate for, obviously, for Notre Dame to be in such a hole right now. But hey, full marks to Vancouver College, all facets of the game. Their defense has been playing well. Their offense has, had some excellent field position, but they're playing well. Good ball possession offense for Vancouver College, and of course the special teams with the 2 turnovers on the short kickoffs.
Everybody's settling back into their seats here. As Neville threw a big bomb to Soriano in the first quarter, hands this one off. And running outside tackle for a gain of 5 or 6 on that first down run.
It's a tough situation, obviously, for the Notre Dame jugglers this time. And, Dennis Kelly and George Oswald, Jordan Lieberman, all the experienced coaches for Notre Dame, they're just trying to tell the kids, hey, guys, it's 0-0. Let's get out there. Let's just play hard and, maybe try to have some fun, too. And let's get some scores against these guys.
63rd annual Archbishop Cup here as a reception to Finley, who's got some room on the outside. 2 hands on that football as he wraps up and protects the pigskin across the 40-yard line for a first down.
Nice job by Jackson Finley.
Sorry, James. Yep. Finley down on the Vancouver College sideline here as well, and not looking too good here for Finley, who is clutching a knee right at the college bench.
No, and after such a nice run, Vancouver College running a trips formation, kind of a stacked look with 3 receivers to the outside. Notre Dame only having 1 defender, so Alex does a good job of getting the ball out to Finley quickly. Big pickup of 15 yards on that play, but unfortunately it looks like he's does have an injury there. Jackson Finley comes from a great family of football, that's for sure. Anthony Finley was a great player, won a BC high school championship with the West Vancouver Highlanders. Gary Schwartzfeger and Roger Cronquist were his coaches way back in the 90s, and Brooks Finley, Jackson's uncle, played in the CFL, played for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. So great tradition of football with the Finley family. Let's hope that Jackson's okay. Looks like he's favoring his right knee. Yeah,
getting some attention here at the college sideline. I don't know if 20's coming back into this one. We'll see.
Probably not up 31-0. I doubt he'd be back in.
No reason to come back in, quite frankly. With the most important time of the playoff season upon us here, as we'll talk about that here momentarily. As a speed burst run there will pick up. Oh, I think the ball came loose. Jugglers might have it. As Jaden Chung lost the pigskin. And Notre Dame, with their first turnover, will get the ball inside Vancouver College territory here.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened there. Was a turnover and a nice job of swarm tackling by that Notre Dame defense. Jordan Lieberman, the defensive coach, of course, for Notre Dame, does a great job of teaching his players to strip the football, and that's exactly what they did. Big opportunity for Notre Dame.
So we want to start a second half if you're down 31-0. Here's Nardili with a good cut at the point of attack. He'll pick up close to 5. Appreciate all the tweets and messages coming in via Twitter and Instagram. Jay Prepchuk, do we have any answers for our 19 years of dominance here for Vancouver College in your last trip?
We do, and interestingly enough, this answer came from a Notre Dame grad.
Okay.
Even though Vancouver College had won 16 and lost 3 games in the 2000s. Wow, 16-3, Vancouver College in favor in that series. So
that is dominance.
Again, in the 70s, Notre Dame was dominant, and a Vancouver College alumni gave us that answer.
That's interesting.
Vancouver College was dominant, and a Notre Dame alumni gave us that answer. So thank you for those answers today, folks. We do have...
It just tells me the losses hurt a little bit more than the wins feel good.
You know what? That's exactly right. That is exactly right. And any coach that's out there, or any player, of course, that's out there, you've obviously lost a game in your life, you would know that it does hurt to lose any kind of game.
Nardilli on a 3rd and 5. He's got that and more as he's down to the 25-yard line here. Well, make it the 26 of the Irish.
And good for Notre Dame to come out, just with some enthusiasm and running the ball right up the middle against Vancouver College. So, again, maybe a little bit of a letdown by the Vancouver College defense. But, Notre Dame, those kids have a lot of pride. A lot of these guys have played football for Notre Dame for 5 years. They're not going to give up.
1st and 10, Nardilli on another carry. Why not? And he'll carry a couple of tacklers for a 3-yard gain.
Interesting, we look back at the 1970s and talk about the domination of Notre Dame at that time, and the play that they ran was their famous off-tackle football play, right, where they would just block down, fullback kick out, and the tailback often had a lot of success running that football play, and that's exactly the play that Dennis Kelly has been running here with great success to start the second half for the Notre Dame Jugglers.
Just a spectacular Friday afternoon here from O'Hagan Field for the game of the week. And the home team finding Irish on top here 31-0, but Notre Dame driving. They'll not get much on that second down play. It'll bring up 3rd and about 7 as they'll lose a yard.
Yeah, excellent job by those interior defensive tackles from Vancouver College, not allowing that little inside counter play to get any yardage. So, again, you know what? Every play is important right now for Notre Dame. They've got to continue to, just work the clock in the sense of, not waste any time, get in and out of the huddle quickly, and try to get a touchdown in this drive.
With the smoke billowing off the barbecue to our right here, Jay. As here's Renzullo on a rollout, got a completion. It's Brown as he's stacked up here. And let's check the spot. I think he's going to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down, but Notre Dame down 31-0. We'll surely go for it here on 4th.
Yeah, exactly. A nice fake, nice bootleg play by Carmelo Renzullo, the quarterback for Notre Dame. But Vancouver College defensive ends did an excellent job of containing him. Great job by Renzullo to get the ball away quickly to Brown in the right flat, picking up 3 yards again. 4th down. A crucial play in this second half.
Got to convert here if you're Notre Dame. 4th and 3, clock moving, 5:40. Here's the snap, here's the handoff. Nardilli right up the pipe, and I don't know.
I don't think so.
I do not think so either, Jay. I think about 1/2 yard short is where he is going to be marked down. And this should be a turnover on downs here for the Irish, who have done that a couple of times now, has stuffed a 4th down run. Do they want to measure?
Yeah, Wayne Steele, the experienced referee, is taking a look right now, and they're probably going to bring the sticks in. No, first down. They didn't have to. Nice job by Matt Hogue, Colin Dolinsky, the Vancouver College defense, to stop that initial drive by Notre Dame. So, Notre Dame had a chance there. They exactly what they wanted.
They got the turnover off the fumble, a couple of first downs on the drive, but it stalls inside the red zone. And you got to give the Irish defense some credit as well. As if you're joining us late off the top of the broadcast, 5 straight shutouts on defense here by Van College. Check it out here, Jay Prepchuk. 36-0 off over Belmont, and everybody's kind of been whooping on the Bulldogs here this season, but you follow that up with 36-0 against Carson, then 27-0 against New West, what might be the most impressive victory out of all of them. The Hayeks, no pushover there, and then 41-0 against Handsworth. They also got a 27-0 shutout against STM in their second game of the year as well. So the points for and points against 198-58 here for Van College so far this season. And out of all the teams I've seen, I haven't seen South Delta play yet, so I don't want to pass judgment, but this is going to be a team to reckon with come Subway Bowl time at BC Place in a couple of weeks from now.
Yeah, no question about it. And, when you look at the leadership of Todd Burnett as the head coach of Vancouver College, and the experience, that Ron Turner, the defensive coordinator, Dave Benefield, CFL, NFL, Brian Chu, CFL experience, obviously, as a player and as a coach, Anthony Finley, CFL college experience. They've got such an excellent coaching staff. Scott Vass, we can't forget, the strength coach for this this school, and obviously for this football program. I mean, you're talking about some quality people that are, running this football program. So again, it's not a surprise, but again, kudos to Vancouver College.
Now Carroll busting free for a massive chunk of yardage. And he'll drive that one all the way down to the Notre Dame 41, and maybe the best run of the game there for the Irish offense, coming courtesy of Shinkarol.
Yeah, nice little change of pace from Johnson. As Shinkarol is just a power back. He's just going to run, and he's just going to carry guys on his back, and that's exactly what he did for the last 10 yards of that carry. So good power, good drive, a nice kind of 1-2 punch for Vancouver College to have a guy like Johnson and then bring in a guy like Shinkarol, who is a different type of runner, a power runner, and he's going to get you those extra yards just on his drive and his desire.
Quick moving third quarter here, down to 2:35 to go in it. Ball in the shadows on the right hash mark here of Notre Dame's side of the football. From the 40, Neville delivers to Deshaun Johnson. He gets buried behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4.
Excellent job by Narduli. He read that play all the way from his middle linebacker position. He keyed on Johnson. Obviously, he does that as a middle linebacker to key on the single back there, and great job by sniffing that out and tackling the ball carrier for a 4-yard loss. One of the highlight plays, certainly, for Notre Dame defense this year. And, you can't say enough about Narduli, running the ball, carrying the ball for over 1,000 yards, and also leading the tacklers for Notre Dame.
Yeah, their best football player on that team, no question about it, for Vincenzo Narduli. Here's Johnson trying to get some yardage back, and does so, and a couple of more on top of that. As Deshaun Johnson will bring up about a 3rd and 8 here after that run.
Yeah, Vancouver College, again, just running off tackle to the left-hand side. That offensive line is doing an excellent job of Vancouver College of opening up the holes over the left tackle. That left side, led by by Chris Persad, an ex-West Side Warrior out there playing left tackle for the Fighting Irish, is doing an excellent job of opening the holes for Johnson.
3rd and let's call it 8 here for the Irish, as they'll go with the pitch play. And it's Jaden Chong trying to find a hole, and there's not much there, as he'll get a couple, but well short of the marker. And it's a punting situation here for Irish. And you look at the setup here, Jay. I mean, the stands here at Vancouver College, packed to the rafters. They got the barbecue going, the merch tables happening. They got the purple carpet for the boys to run out of the tunnel from. They got the golf cart. They got the spin bikes here to keep you warm on the side. The toolboxes, the trainer. It is the full meal deal here for high school football at Vancouver College. Like, I don't know if anybody does it better.
Yeah, it really does. And, it starts from the top. And Mr. Bavakwa, the principal of this school, again, it starts with the top. And, he's certainly committed to the football program here. And they do an excellent job. They always have. And a great place, great environment. Again, this stadium, O'Hagan Field, and Mercer Stadium in New West are two of the finer places to watch football.
I actually really enjoyed calling a game from Belmont when I was over there a few weeks ago as well.
Actually,
nice
Gowdy Park there, they've done an excellent job there. Of course, home of the West Shore Rebels. And speaking of the West Shore Rebels, Jake, what's happening tomorrow?
Cullen Cup time tomorrow, yes, from Langley. 2:30 kickoff from McLeod Athletic Park in Langley, BC, as West Shore and the undefeated Langley Rams will hook up for a Cullen Cup. Should be a good one.
And I understand that the 2 losses, I guess, for the Rebels were they good games, those 2 games?
One was fairly close, the other one was fairly not close. But Langley head and shoulders, I think, the best team here in BC, and on another collision course to meet the Saskatoon Hilltops for the Canadian Bowl. We'll see how it all shakes out.
That is also in
McLeod Athletic Park, yes.
In a couple of weeks. And hey, some exciting stuff here from BC High School football. Brian Gemmell, the president.
The playoff scenarios here. But get to my man, Mr. Brian Gemmell, before we do anything.
Yeah, he let me know a couple of great things, some exciting, something new that's happening here. A BC High School Senior All-Star game that's going to be happening at 2 o'clock on Championship Saturday, November November the 3rd, of course, at BC Place. There's going to be over 30 universities there coaching these young men. They're going to be practicing on Thursday, Friday, and big game on Saturday. So right before the Subway or Subway Bowl Saturday is when they will be playing that first ever All-Star game.
December the 3rd.
No, it's November the 3rd, I believe, is the Saturday.
That's like tomorrow.
November the 30th. No, did I say the 3rd? Okay. Did I say the 3rd? Sorry, the 30th. Okay, there you go.
That makes way more sense.
November 30th is final Subway Saturday, and so that's an exciting new concept, and let's see how that does. The universities will be out here.
I like that, and obviously the teams that are in the championship game will not be participating in that All-Star game, and they would probably have a bunch of All-Stars from the two teams that will be competing, but they would rather be playing in the Subway Bowl, I believe, than an All-Star game.
Exactly. And, the university coaches will be there watching them anyways, right? So they're going to get a chance to scout them, right after that game. So an exciting new feature. Congratulations to BC High School Football. Ontario does that, and they run.
Yeah. They kind of got the BioSteel game going as well for the entire country. Now I think that's kind of a faction of that where they break it off into province by province. And that's probably how they find that talent pool for that nationally played game as well. Just over 11 to go as fourth quarter action underway here. Still 31-0. You have the playoff bracket. We're going to be playing 3 weeks at BC Place for playoff action, but I believe wild card. Give them the matchups here on how this is all going to shake down.
Well, it is on the BC High School website, and when you look at it, it is a little confusing unless you were actually a player or a coach. But I know that this bracket will be completed probably by Sunday at around dinner time-ish, right? So the first round of the AAA playoffs will be usually at the home field advantage. So West 4 against East 5, West 6 against East 3, West 2 against Pacific 1, East 2 against Pacific 2, East 6 against West 3, East 4 against West 4, and of course there's also the AA playoffs that are on the website as well. So with this being the last weekend of league play, the website will be updated, and you will know what the matchups are going to be by Sunday.
And then I expect you to email me a pie chart, graphs, color-coded, brackets, lay it all out for me, Jay, teams in, teams out, who's ranked what. So I have a nice, clear, defined playoff bracket that you can provide me.
Yeah, exactly. And the guy that usually does that, of course, is Howard Samora. So we know, and everybody knows and loves Howard. You can follow him, of course, on Twitter, and BC High School Football usually just retweets all the stuff that Howard puts out anyways, but Howard's
T at the beginning of Samura, just in case you try and search for that.
And his AAA rankings right now, number 1, South Delta. Again, we talked about them playing at New West tonight. Vancouver College ranked number 2. New Westminster number 3. Lord Tweedsmuir number 4. St. Thomas More number 5. Honorable mentions, Mount Doug defending champions. Kelowna Owls doing a great job with their program. They got a great group of juniors that have come up in grade 11. Abbey and St. Thomas More are all honorable mentions. So AAA.
You want to walk out on a thick limb and pick a Subway Bowl preview matchup, Jay Prepchuk? Who do you think is going to be in the Subway? I won't make you pick a winner, but
boy, I tell you that knowing that Ben McDonald is not going to be playing for South Delta, that really puts them at a disadvantage,
really
right?
So I mean, that's just heartbreaking for that kid. I know he's got one under his belt already, but to be the best pivot in the province and then to go down with a season-ending injury when your team's ranked number 1, that's real tough.
Yeah, well, considering too, last year he got hurt in BC Place and tried to basically play on with one hand. I remember, announcing that game, so that was tough. But hey, also AA. Let's not forget AA. Vernon, ranked number 1. Coach Sean Smith out there in Vernon doing a great job with his program, defending champions.
Panthers.
And number 2, the Bolinas Whaler, Danny Smith and Jeremy Kahn doing a great job with that Bolinas Whaler program in Parksville. GW Graham, Luke Atchison, the head coach at GW Graham. They're ranked number 3.
Might have been the game of the year as far as our games of the week go. Came at AA out there at Exhibition Stadium in Chilliwack between Langley and GW. What a football game that was.
Right. And Langley, the Langley Saints, Rick Pichet. What an excellent job that they have done with the Langley Saints out there. And they come in at number 4 right now, and Robert Bateman at number 5. So Robert Bateman from Abbotsford, number 5. So big games again. Also in AAA, GW Graham at Bateman, and that game is on right now. So if we can get a score from the GW Graham Bateman game going on, again, Handsworth Mount Doug, that was a 1 o'clock game, so that game should be over if anybody can get us that score. Belmont at Carson, Terry Fox and Centennial, Battle of Coquitlam out there.
That's my neck of the woods, Jay. Former Centaur myself, had a daughter who went to Fox as well. So
Dino Jeremiah, Dino's doing a good job of getting that program on track, and takes time, that's for sure. But look for the Centaurs in the future, that's for sure.
Wow, another quarterback in play here for the Irish, and completion made there from Lucas. No, excuse me, that's my roster. That would be McMahon in there at quarterback for Vancouver College, making a completion along the far sideline.
Yeah, nice opportunity for some of the second string players to get into the football game, and it looks like they're, of course, are running with the mercy rule right now. And
the clock is moving. 6:40 to go here. You better get your trivia questions in now, Jay. If you got any left,
exactly. And we haven't mentioned my camps, or we haven't mentioned any.
Yes, of course. If people, that's obligatory. If you want to get in touch with the old quarterback here, Jay Prepchuk, you want to get out to a Jay Prepchuk quarterback school event, where can they find you? Give them the website, give them the details.
Yeah, jprepcheck QBcamps.com. So check my website out, message me anytime through Instagram or Twitter, or whatever way you communicate these days, and we can do one-on-one, we can do group sessions. Camps will be starting up full speed in January, but always
you're all
doing
over
camps.
the place too. Like you travel from Abbotsford over to the island, you do it all.
Calgary, Campbell River, you've got some kids. We did some good group work out in Abbotsford the last few weekends with the Falcons out there, so let's get it done. It never ends. It's a never-ending process to become a quarterback and to become a great quarterback. So
just got a follow from former Notre Dame juggler, defensive stud in Cam Ma, who's obviously tuned into the broadcast.
Regina Ram. He's playing for the Regina Ram. Good to see you, Cam. Great player, and
look out.
Fine alumni.
What a beast.
Okay, here's a question for you. This is a toughie. Coach Bruce Jagger gave us a tough one here, but 19. Oh, did I give it away?
I don't know. I don't know what the question is, but if 19's the answer, then you better find a new question.
There you go. 19. This is a great stat. Thank you, Mr. Jagger. 19 award winners over the years have gone on to play professional football. 19. So if you can name 19, there's the question right there.
140 characters. I don't think you're going to get it in.
That's quite something, though. Again, two fantastic programs, and what can you say about these two programs? Just
maybe the two most storied football teams in BC high school football.
Yeah,
really.
Absolutely.
I think you got to put Mount Doug in that conversation. They over the last little while anyway, they've been the perennial powerhouse. But two storied programs here for Van College and Notre Dame.
Yeah, Cam High, of course, is South Kamloops High School now, but they've kept a lot of the tradition from Cam High, the old Red Devils. Brian Othius ran great programs. We used to have fantastic battles against them. They beat us in the championship, first ever championship at BC Place. The Kamloops Red Devils defeated our team, unfortunately, the Vancouver College Fighting Irish, 21-6. And so great tradition. That was 86 or 87. I'm trying to remember the year that was. And then Richmond Colts, another program that is no longer, but Jeff Lockbaum and the folks out there always had great, tough football programs with the Richmond High Richmond Colts. The Mighty Colts were always a great football program as well.
Good basketball program out there back in late
That's
80s,
for sure.
early 90s as well. That is DJ Mangat, who was walking off the O'Hagan field under his own power. I think his afternoon may be over as well as the clock begins to move again here. 4:15 to go. Jay Prepchuk, Jake Elliott with you for the BC High School Football Game of the Week. A punt situation coming up here for the Irish, who are on cruise control now with a 31-0 lead as a great kick here. Look out, fumble, live football, Irish surround it, pick it up, and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, you cannot advance a fumble in this situation, a muff like this, so they're gonna get the ball. Vancouver College going to get the ball right on the 20-yard line. So,
well, I'd change that rule, Jake Prepchuk, because I don't like it. Why is that not a touchdown right there? What is the benefit of not being able to advance a football off a muffed punt?
I agree. And hey, even in the CFL, look at, in Canadian football, what else can you do? You can kick it down the field. Go down, kick it down the field.
That should be. I don't care what rules you're playing with, Canadian, American, college, whatever. That should be a touchdown. Change that rule, people.
There you go. 1986. There's looking up, of course, this fantastic program put together by Vancouver College here. We lost in 1986 to the Kamloops Red Devils, 21-6. I, again, still remember that first ever championship game in BC Place. Hey, I should also mention some of the tremendous football that's going on up north, Prince George, that area. The big North Championship today. Grant Erickson and the College Heights team is playing against Nechako Valley in the finals, the North Finals today. 4 JV programs, or 4 JV teams, and 4 varsity teams up there in the North, and they're doing a great job developing the players. Craig Brer in the Game Ready program up there is an off-season program that is doing an excellent job of developing the players up north. So, again, those players up in Prince George up north are and coaches, parents. Keep it rolling up there, and let's keep developing those programs, as well as, of course, Kelowna and Vernon and Kamloops are still going strong.
How about this here from Todd Burnett? 31-0 lead. They got their backup quarterback in here in Christian McMahon, and he's throwing the ball on first down. He's handing off on second down as the reserve's in there now for Van College, but he just made a completion to his kicker, Ben Kolb, on that first down throw, and the coach showing confidence in his backup to go to the air.
Yeah, these guys, they're practicing hard too, right? And, one of the toughest jobs, I know this, one of the toughest jobs in football is, being a backup quarterback. You don't get a chance to get a lot of repetition. So, you know what?
But you have to be just as prepared and ready to go into the game at a moment's notice.
Exactly. And you know what? This might be his only snaps of the year. Going into the playoffs, of course, it's going to be, there are going to be tremendous battles in BC Place coming up in a couple of weeks in the quarterfinals, and of course the wild card weekend next weekend. That is always it's wild card for a reason.
Yeah, love wild card weekend. Handoff up the middle will not get first down yardage, but keep tuned to BCHighSchoolFootball.com to get all your playoff matchups and needs. That should be in by Sunday night, so Monday morning for sure. You should have all the wild card matchups and the playoff teams and the seedings and everything set to go, so you can see the path to the Subway Bowl in late November at BC Place. What do you got?
Exactly. And hey, remember tonight, New West, two big games. Burnaby Lakes is St. Thomas More tonight against Lord Tweedsmuir, and South Delta is visiting New West.
Are you going to that? Are you going to go?
Playoff implications. I'm not. I'm going to just kind of relax tonight a little bit.
Okay.
And, check out to see, and also Percy Perry Stadium tonight, Centennial against Fox, winners in the playoffs. So that is a battle too.
Exactly. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, and BC High School Football welcoming OKM from Kelowna back into high school football next year, and possibly adding Williams Lake to a high school football program next year. So lots of great things, but check out the BC High School website to make sure that you know what's going on next week with the wild card playoffs. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Well, the clock hits 000 here at O'Hagan Field and make it 6 straight shutouts here for the Vancouver College Fighting Irish as they take down their arch rivals in here in the Archbishop Cup. 31-0 for the number 2 ranked Fighting Irish. Impressive stuff from start to finish here from Todd Burnett and company.
Absolutely, and you know what? Again, kudos to the Vancouver College staff. They were prepared. They were ready to play this football game. All 3 facets of the game. You got to see the speed of Soriano. You got to see the arm of Alex at the quarterback position, and Matt Hogue doing a great job as a middle linebacker. So looking forward to the playoffs and watching these guys go at it next week.
Me as well, my friend. Can't wait to get to BC Place and call some playoff football here at the high school level. Handshakes will take place. We'll keep the stream running for you. Trophy presentations, all of it coming your way here on SportsCanada.TV. But we will bid you adieu here on a beautiful Friday afternoon from O'Hagan Field. For our camera operator, Jillian, for Jay Prepchuk, I've been Jay Kelly. Make your final score once again. Vancouver College 31, Notre Dame 0. For the Pigskin and the Gridiron, we'll talk to you next time here on the BC High School Football Game of the Week on SportsCanada.TV.